Thokozan. Hi, it's Magriza Made Me Cook here. Welcome to the show. So imagine you're watching TV and this appears on your screen.
Eka ini masana kela ibo sanati. Eka kana kuduba kana eka kana kuduba sanati gumma. Eka sanati gumma. Eka sanati gumma sana. Eka bidi kana bidi kana bidi kana ba kana bidi kana bidi kana ba kana bidi kana kuduba kana sanati gumma. Bidi kana bidi kana bidi kana ba kana bidi kana bidi kana ba na kuduba.
So I'm a fan of commercials, and here on the show we love commercials, and that's one thing that we have seen, always trying to be creative on how we take our shots. So it's always been our dream. One day now we're on TV and there's something that pops up of the food that we love here on the show, our food, African food. And so was our kuluti in most of the TVs that we watch. The representation of our food is limited. So City Samba Ekayini what's called Nguni Cow. So the very different types of classifications of the cow, of the cattle. So Nguni is reference to the Nguni people, a collective number of the black tribe that's found here in Africa. So it's in terms of the features of that cow, one important feature that stands out is that it is heat resistant, heat tolerant. So Nguni actually works in under any type of climate. So so the cow actually works or is suitable for such a climate. So when we saw the cow on our travels here on the show, and most of our shoots are actually in the rural areas, we get to meet most of the livestock. So that's Ibona Latinkom and Pants just, I think it was a day of shooting. It was like, no, Kailisa income and Nasi kindly, even Eswatini. There's so many things that the representation of our culture within just a cow, as it also used as an indicator of wealth, income velilomsebenzi or omning esintwini. So sabona lati we've actually done inhlobo, we've done izangaphakathi and all those other types of meats, the steaks and so on. But we've never done a dish on the oxtail, umsila wenkomo. So that was where that motivation came about, to do an advert from umsila wenkomo. And secondly, an dish isiNdebele in my mother tongue, that's known as indlamuva yinkosi. Literal translation, the king is last. Or when you're about who's going to eat last, actually will get more food. So like, okay, how can we link that adage and the power of income? So that's how it came about. So we came scripting and the advert, because we wanted to make it between a 30 and 45 second, which is the typical advert that appears on your screen, assuming maybe it's played at prime time between 7 and 9 o'clock. So that was the first thing in doing that. So to shoot that, we opted to use a Blackmagic cinema camera 4K version, specifically for the smooth and slow-mo transitions that you see on the food. And now in that camera you actually see those transitions and how they are so crispy in terms of the movement. So that was the first thing. Then we had to shoot that also on a 50mm. So we use a Rockinon 50mm, and we use a standard 24mm lens to get that. And so a Blackmagic, what we discovered, because we're shooting out in the rural areas, ifuna power. So there's a problem of batteries, because one battery can actually last for 10 minutes. So we had actually shoot, stop, recharge, shoot, stop and recharge, because we still have the camera that we got doesn't have the battery pack. So that was then we had some behind the scenes issue. Had took some shots with the drone as the setting point. So that was the dish. Then in terms of the dish, the oxtail, in cooking the dish, it's just simple oxtail. Personally, my mother used to love cooking oxtail. why in terms, because it takes actually for 3 to 4 hours. So it was something that he used to do on a Sunday. So in terms of cooking, I think the method I'll just like a store from her recipe. You attach the oxtail, then just coat it with flour, then fage amafuta, any type of oil. So just grease in oil so that you can brown it. First, just do that for 5 minutes. Ulokhu iphendulela. Then wayiqeda usuyikhipha, remove it, put it by the side. Then you can put in the other ingredients: tomatoes, you've got your onions, you've got pepper that works well. So you fry onions, you add in your tomatoes, ginger. If you've got also garlic, you can add in there. I don't like using any type of stock, just like it natural as it is. Ungezela amanzi usuyibisela futhi inyama leyana. Ungayibisela if nxa ungathola amakhowa, very nice. Uthi khathesi lapho ase off season siyezazama ukuthi wadingela hayi asayeziwathole. Uwafake there, then you add in your last one, imbambayila, sweet potato. I like adding it because this is a 3-hour dish, so like adding it just to say 1 hour, because to cook imbambayila is just between 45 to 1 hour. Look, I would just to add the sweet taste, but asoze uyizwe. So ungangezelela futhi your spices, rosemary, if you've got it there. So that's the dish that would take 3 to 4 hours. Oh, le beans indumba. Cup A1 ungayifaka laphana. That can also be your indicator. Want dish yakho, is it prepared or is it ready to be served? So that's in terms of cooking. So in the editing, Zozo did that Davinsky Resolve 17. So we typically use Final Cut. So it was a good experience on your side to learn about the new software. I think also in terms of the capabilities of color grading, that is an awesome feature under that software. And then the scoring was done after the advert, or within the process of editing, because one is something that there wasn't going to be a narration, but something that you see, it's just 30 seconds on screen and just the text there that you see also on the advert. Then typically after, I would also put the tag for that price of that oxtail. Then serving, because tina kumele usevele something eceleni, so we thought of well option yesitshwala samabele, but sabona ukuthi isitshwala samabele maybe the color combination, but uyakwanisa ukudla isitshwala samabele, isitshwala senyawuthi or isitshwala esimhlophe. So we opted ukuthi sipeke umphokoqo, and just serve it by the side. I also leave the details on how to cook that, but I think I've cooked umphokoqo about 2 times here on the show. So that's the dish. Then serve it here on the side. Okay, thank you for watching. It's Magriza Made Me Cook here. So tell me about the oxtail recipe. I'll just leave that also in the description and also on the website, magrizamademcook.com. And sike sagxila kakhulu ngithi indlamuva yinkosi. Okay, so I'll catch you on the next one. Remember, check on your loved ones. Tell them how much you love them, care for them. Yeah, life is shorter. Life is short. So remember, keep the love, keep the buntu. Togoza.